Tech failures, the biggest tech disasters. Hey tech lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a deep dive into some of the biggest tech disasters of all time. From high-flying gadgets to global companies facing catastrophic crashes, we're about to explore what went wrong and what we can learn from these epic fails. So grab some popcorn and let's get started. First up, let's talk about Google Glass. Remember the idea of wearing a computer on your face? Sounds cool, right? But it wasn't. Google Glass, launched in 2013, promised to revolutionize how we interact with tech. But instead of being embraced by the masses, it became infamous for privacy concerns and social awkwardness. People started calling them spy glasses. The lack of public adoption, along with its steep price tag, made Google pull the plug on the original version. But the lessons? Don't rush to market with an unfinished product, and always consider how people will use, and more importantly, feel about your invention. Now, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, the 2016 flagship phone that literally blew up in people's faces, quite literally. Samsung's bold innovation of a larger battery led to faulty design, causing the phone to overheat and, in some cases, explode. It cost Samsung billions in recalls, damaged its reputation, and even forced airlines to ban the phones from flights. The lesson here is that testing, and more testing is crucial, especially when safety is on the line. Next, we have the infamous Apple Maps debacle. In 2012, Apple decided to replace Google Maps with its own Maps app, and oh boy, it was a disaster. The maps had missing landmarks, confusing directions, and even some locations that didn't exist. Apple had to issue a public apology and recommend third-party apps like Google Maps to its users. The lesson? Even giants like Apple can fall short when it tries to innovate too quickly without proper research and testing. Let's go back in time to 2006 when Microsoft released the Zune. This was supposed to be Apple's iPod killer. It had cool features, but it launched with a lot of issues. The design wasn't as sleek, and the interface was clunky. Plus, the iPod already had a massive head start. The Zune's failure is a great reminder that just because you have a good product doesn't mean the market is ready for it. And sometimes, brand loyalty is a very powerful thing. Let's talk about the Segway. Oh, the Segway. This personal transportation device was supposed to revolutionize urban travel. Instead, it became a punchline. Released in 2001, the Segway was hyped to be the future of getting around, but it was too bulky, too expensive, and people just didn't know where to use it. The lesson? Just because something is technologically advanced doesn't mean it's going to fit seamlessly into everyday life. Okay, so it's not a tech product, but let's throw in a bonus disaster. New Coke. In 1985, Coca-Cola decided to change its formula, and it was not good. Consumers hated it, and Coke had to backtrack fast. The key takeaway? Never underestimate the power of tradition and nostalgia. People love what they love, and messing with it can cause a major backlash. Blockbuster. It was once the king of video rentals, but in the early 2000s, when streaming services like Netflix started to rise, Blockbuster didn't see the shift coming. They had a chance to buy Netflix for $50 million, but passed. By the time Blockbuster realized its mistake, it was too late. Lesson here? Always stay ahead of the curve and keep an eye on emerging trends. In 2013, Facebook released the Facebook phone. Yes, Facebook actually made a smartphone. It was called the HTC First, and it featured Facebook's home interface that basically made Facebook the centerpiece of your phone experience. The problem? People didn't want their entire phone experience to revolve around Facebook. It was a flop, and the phone was pulled from the market shortly after launch. The lesson? Don't force your vision onto people. They'll embrace what they want, not what you think they need. Google Wave, launched in 2009, was supposed to be the next big thing in communication and collaboration. It combined email, chat, and social media in one platform. But the user experience was clunky, and people just didn't get it. It was shut down in 2010, just 1 year after launch. The takeaway here is, even innovative ideas need to be easy to use. If your audience can't figure it out quickly, they won't stick around. Finally, let's talk about Theranos. This health tech company promised to revolutionize blood testing with a device that could run hundreds of tests with just a few drops of blood. But it was all a scam. The tech didn't work, and the founder, Elizabeth Holmes, is now facing charges for fraud. The lesson? Ethical practices are just as important as innovation. Always be truthful about what your tech can and cannot do. So what can we learn from all these tech disasters? Well, innovation is great, but it has to be done right. Testing, research, understanding the market, and ethics all play a huge role in a product's success or failure. If these companies had taken a step back and listened to their users, they might have avoided some of these catastrophic results. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more tech stories. Let me know in the comments which tech failure you found the most shocking and if there are any you think should have made the list. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more tech stories. Let me know in the comments which tech failure you found the most shocking and if there are any you think should have made the list. See you next time.